Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Let's have a little look at some charts here, of course. And before the end of the year and going into the new year, let's see if there's any interesting developments on the S&P and on Bitcoin as well. Let's start with Bitcoin on the 2-hour chart and see what's going on there. As we can see here, after the recent run-up, we came back a bit after hitting even 4,200, which was kind of a key area here. Since on the daily, I think it is on the daily chart, we really need to get above this 4,000 and 4,200 or something like that. And as we can see here on the 2-hour, I mean, sometimes we use these Fibonacci ratios to kind of find support and resistance levels, and as we've been saying, it's a good thing if the market goes higher and then retraces back down to 50% or 61.8% Fibonacci, the Fibonacci level, and that's exactly what we have here. I mean, we're just holding the 61.8 Fibonacci, so I mean, you have a great risk-reward level right here, and you can see on the 2-hour as well. You have these longer-term averages are moving higher. You even have a cross here of what is it, the 125 about 200, and I mean, this is kind of what you want to see, that the trend is turning higher on the smaller time frames. And you're holding the 61.8 Fibonacci, so you're not gonna get a much better risk reward buy setup here if you're if you're trading, or if you're even if you're a medium term investor. But let's remember, it's on the 2-hour, but of course it will be the same on the 4-hour chart and so on. So basically what this means is you buy here and you just let it run, and the best thing would be if we could take out this 3.8 level, maybe even 3.9, and then keep on pumping higher here. And of course, what the risk reward, what that means is that you don't risk a lot here. So if we would turn down, let's say, and go below 3,500, there is a risk at that point that we will go back down to these lower levels, or well, you got one more stop here, the 78.6 Fibonacci. But the bigger risk is that we go down and test the lower levels here again, around 3,100. And of course, if you can short, then you short below the 61.8 kind of thing, right? But for the time being, it's the short-term trend is up here, as we can see. We retrace back 61.8 Fibonacci here, and that's usually this is usually the level you want to see to be able to pick up some Bitcoin here. If we go on the 4-hour, we have how does it look on the 4-hour? Yeah, it's kind of flattish, nothing much, I guess. Let's see on the daily, what's the level we have to go above here from this kind of setup that we have. Let's just see here. Actually, we do have, let me just take this away here, this circle, if I can. And remove. And delete. Where is it? There. And so here on the daily, again, we have actually the first kind of buy signal, if you will call it that. You see we had this big green area from, what is that? That's from back in November, right? And where we crossed below this lower Bollinger Band, which is a very long-term Bollinger. So it's, the prices should normally stay between the lower and the higher kind of thing. But we do know that it can also pump above here for extended periods of time. That's when it's kind of getting overbought. And when it's below here, it's, you can say it's getting oversold, and you should be looking to buy for at least a rebound. And so what we have here is actually on the, what was it, on the 21st of December, we came back from this green area, and so we've been on a buy signal basically since then, you can call it. And so now we have to see here if what happens. I mean, you want to see some price acceleration here as well, at least up to the middle bands again, 5.7, something like that. And I think that's what we've been saying as well, that we need to go above this 4,000. So the daily, this will be the next level to look at. It's this 4,000 level, and if it can power above that, then by all means it should be happy days ahead. And so just something to keep an eye on. And of course the S&P 500 on the daily, I mean, down here, here it was even below the three standard deviation. Or is this just the moving average? Maybe it's just the moving average there. I'm not even sure what it's on here. So at least it's below the two standard deviation Bollinger here. And so on the daily on the S&P, we need to get above here 2,500 to really get like kind of back in the game on the upside again. And if we go down in time frames, you have on the 2 hour, the 2 hour starts to look kind of interesting here. And we're almost getting out of this green area now, as you can see, probably today or next week. So that actually would give like a short-term kind of buy signal here, and you would look to take profits in the 2660 area around here. So that's just something to have a look at. And in the meantime, wish everybody a happy new year, and we'll see what 2019 can bring us. Good luck, everyone.